Hi there, and welcome to the video introducing you to the General Journal template for Dynamics 365 Business Central. When you first download, you're going to get a file called generaljournal.zip. When you unpack that file, when you unzip it, you actually end up with two new zip files, which are the processes I was talking about for smartconnect.com. In our companion video to this, we actually show you how to go through the process of importing those processes and getting them set up for your own environment. The more important thing is this guy right here, the General Journal Excel workbook. All right, so let's take a look at what you see, what your end users will experience when it comes to this. Okay, the first is the workbook. Now this tab here is just showing you all of the installation instructions. As I mentioned before, we do have a companion video to this one that will actually walk you through step by step all of this in a clear way. Your end users are actually going to work here. Okay, if you are the end user, you're going to work here. Now, I've already filled this one in, so you don't have to watch me do it. But as you can see here, each of these drop-down lists is populated. For example, I've got my rent expense account here chosen, which is 60100. But if I choose 60600, I can see from this list that that's my bad debt expense. Don't like to choose by number, that's okay. You can drop down this list and choose based on name instead. I'll go back to my rent expense, for example. Okay, I've got all of these different fields that you're used to in Business Central. This can be a purchase or a sale. This can be, I can have multiple currencies if my system is set up for currencies. My lines themselves, notice here, I'm choosing a vendor on this line and I'm choosing a GL account on this line. So all of the features and functions that you expect inside Business Central are here in Excel. The reason you might want to do this in Excel is a lot of users actually prefer to work in Excel, or you might actually save this file and every month I've got my rent or my payroll or my fixed assets, whatever it is that I'm tracking outside the system that is a regular journal entry, I can come in here and modify this. Now, as a user, when I'm ready to import this to Business Central, I'm simply going to click on Business Central templates up here in my menu, and I'm going to click Run Journal Entry. Now, what this is going to do is reach out to Smart Connect, pass all the data that's currently on my screen out to the Smart Connect processes that I indicated earlier. Now, the reason there are two processes there, just so you know, if you use the balancing accounts, that's one of the maps, or if you use a two-line entry, kind of like this, or a multi-line entry, that's the other map. So there's the two different processes for those purposes. Okay, my Excel is telling me that the map was run successfully. So I'm all good. My journal entry is imported. Now, just to prove that out, let's take a look inside Business Central. You'll notice here I defaulted, or I've imported to the default batch. So running into Business Central, which is on the wrong monitor for you to see. So I'll drag it over. Here we go. So in Business Central, I can go to my default general journal batch. Okay, you can see I'm in General Journals. Here's my default batch. I click on that, and here's my two lines, rent and my vendor. Okay, I probably should have shown you that before, just to prove to you that there were no lines there before, but this is here now. So I can go ahead, I can go to process, or I could go to post and print, which is what I really want to do. I can click on post, and that's going to go ahead and post. Now imagine, if you will, you've got 5, 10, 300 clerks, whatever it is, that are entering transactions on your behalf. They can go ahead, they can import all of their transactions, and at the end of the day, you can just go through and post as you need to. So that is our introduction to the Business Central General Journal template for smartconnect.com. Hopefully it gave you what you needed, and then you can pop on over to the configuration video, which will walk you through step by step how you can make this magic work in your own environment.